What if one small act of courage changed not just a life, but an entire destiny? Imagine a tired single father, a war veteran who had already lost everything he once held dear, stumbling into a situation that could have taken his last strength. A dark street. 3 attackers. A defenseless stranger. And a little voice from the back seat whispering, "Daddy, can we help her?" That question would turn the course of their lives upside down. And what happened the very next day, when 3 Rolls-Royces pulled up outside their tiny rented house, was something nobody, least of all him, could ever have imagined. Jason Miller was no stranger to struggle. A decorated veteran, he had served 2 tours overseas, only to return home to a different kind of battlefield. His wife had walked away during his recovery, leaving him with nothing but scars, a broken heart, and full custody of their 6-year-old daughter, Lily. He worked 2 jobs, fixing cars during the day and working security at night. His body ached, but his heart ached more, not for himself, but for Lily, who he feared deserved a childhood brighter than what he could give her. One cold evening, after finishing a late shift, Jason picked Lily up from a neighbor's house and began the long drive home in his beat-up pickup truck. The heater barely worked, but Lily didn't complain. She hugged her worn-out teddy bear, humming softly, her innocence shielding her from the harshness of their reality. As they drove past an abandoned block, Jason noticed something. At first, he thought it was just shadows playing tricks, but then he saw her. A young woman, cornered by 3 men, their voices rough and cruel. Jason's instincts sharpened. He gripped the wheel tighter, his pulse quickening. "Daddy," Lily's small voice cut through his storm of thoughts. She had seen it too. Her wide eyes glistened as she whispered, "Daddy, can we help her?" Jason hesitated. He had promised himself he'd stay out of trouble. He had Lily to think of. Every decision mattered now. But the look on his daughter's face reminded him of something deeper, the man he once was, the man who had sworn to protect those who couldn't protect themselves. He pulled the truck to the curb. "Stay here, sweetheart. Don't move until I come back," he said, his voice steady but heavy. Lily nodded, clutching her teddy tighter. Jason stepped out, the cold air biting against his skin. He didn't have weapons, just his strength, his training, and his will. The men laughed when they saw him. "What are you gonna do, old man?" one sneered. What they didn't know was that this old man had seen worse than their kind on foreign soil. And he wasn't afraid. The fight was brutal. Jason took hits, his ribs screaming with pain, but he fought like a soldier again, every move calculated. One by one, the attackers fell, groaning on the concrete. The young woman clung to her torn coat, trembling, whispering a broken "thank you." Jason helped her up, wincing from his bruises. The next morning, Jason woke sore, his body reminding him of the fight. He tried to hide it from Lily as he packed her a simple breakfast, toast and jam. Their tiny kitchen felt smaller than ever, but Lily's giggles filled it with warmth. Then came the sound. Engines. Not 1, not 2, but 3. Jason frowned and looked out the cracked window. His jaw dropped. Parked in front of their shabby little rental were 3 gleaming Rolls-Royces, black as midnight, shining against the gray morning. Men in suits stepped out, their presence commanding. Jason's instincts flared, he thought they might be trouble. But then the back door of the center Rolls opened, and a familiar face emerged. It was the young woman he had saved. Only now, she wasn't trembling in the shadows, she was radiant, confident, dressed in elegance that spoke of wealth and power. Jason blinked in disbelief. "Mr. Miller," she called gently, her voice carrying warmth. "May I speak with you?" Jason opened the door cautiously, telling Lily to stay inside. He stepped onto the porch, wary. The woman approached, her eyes full of something he hadn't expected, gratitude, deep and genuine. "My name is Isabella Romano," she said softly. "And you didn't just save me last night, you saved the daughter of one of the wealthiest families in the city." Jason stood frozen, unsure what to say. Isabella continued, her voice breaking slightly. "If not for you, I wouldn't be alive. My family owes you a debt we can never repay." Jason shook his head. "I don't need repayment. I just did what was right." But Isabella smiled knowingly. "Sometimes, doing what's right deserves more than words." She gestured toward the cars. "We came to change your life, Mr. Miller." And your daughters? Jason's heart pounded. He thought of Lily inside, her little shoes worn at the soles, her teddy bear patched at the seams, her dreams too often dimmed by his struggles. For the first time in years, hope flickered in his chest. The day unfolded with more surprises. The Romanos offered Jason a position in their company, head of security, with pay beyond anything he had ever known. They offered Lily a scholarship to the best private school in the city. And when Jason tried to refuse, Isabella held his hand gently. You gave me my life back. Please, let us give you and your daughter the life you deserve. That night, as Jason tucked Lily into bed, she whispered sleepily, Daddy, maybe being a hero is what you're meant to be. Jason kissed her forehead, his eyes misting. For the first time in years, he believed it too. And so, with one act of courage, a single dad veteran went from surviving day to day, to giving his daughter the future she had always dreamed of. He never sought reward, never asked for thanks, but sometimes fate has a way of finding those who quietly deserve it the most.